What are the key qualifications of a disability support worker? What sets you apart? When people go to an interview, what are they looking for? Hi, and welcome back to part 2 of how to become a disability worker in a country like Australia. My name is Caroline. If you're meeting me for the first time, my friends call me Chebo. And before we continue, I would like to say thank you so much for the subscription. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the views. Your sharing means somebody gets this information, somebody who may need it. And you know what? Information is power. So today I would like us to look at what are the qualities of a disability support worker. And when I say disability support worker, I mean what puts you apart from the usual people who go to an interview and look for a job as a disability support worker. I'm talking about a person who is not just an employee, not the average person. I'm talking about an exceptionally qualified support worker. I'll say working in care is a calling. So what sets you apart? When people go to an interview, what are they looking for? What are the key qualifications of a disability support worker? One of them is communication. Communication is in the heart of disability support. Why? Because we work with participants with varying communication needs. And if you have that quality of communicating with people, like people in disability, I'm telling you, you are excellent. And what are we looking for in communication? We look at things like active listening. You don't just listen to hear, you listen to understand somebody's care needs. When we listen with the intent to understand, then we'll be able to be in the center of that person's care needs. We'll be able to coordinate their care, to coordinate with the stakeholders that they work with them, coordinate with families, coordinate even with our own colleagues during a handover or when we are writing progress notes. Communication means being able to read nonverbal cues. When you work with people with disabilities have different communication needs. There are people who are nonverbal. There are people who are not they have developmental delays. So they need different types of communication. And one of them is nonverbal cues. I give you an example. When I was doing disability a long time ago, I rocked up at my destination and we were told that there's a client who is nonverbal. But they are able to communicate, and for sure they did. This person we needed to know what do they want when it comes to food. We were trained to provide two things. One simple thing that we were given was tea and coffee. How do you know that so-and-so would like to have tea, not coffee? So how do we do that? We get a tea container and a coffee container. And you go to the client and say, client or participant, would you like tea or coffee? Showing them the containers, and the client, because they are nonverbal and they are not able to show you by motioning, they use their faces. They use their eyes. For this particular client, they used their eyes. So they pointed with what they want. And then at the end of the day, I got what the client needed and I provide services to them. So reading nonverbal cues is very important in disability. Every person is entitled to a communication. Remember, a person with disability has agency. A person with disability has a say towards their care. If we provide person-centered care, they really will do very well. Another one is being patient. When working with people in disability, people, as I said, have different differing disability care needs, and you need patience to meet their care needs. So just like us, when we are interacting with our environments, we don't need people to rush us. We need people to understand us. And understanding comes from being patient. So one of the qualities of being a good disability and exceptional disability worker is being patient. The next quality is being reliable. When we are reliable, we provide security, we provide safety, we provide harmony, and we develop professional relationship when we are reliable. The people that we work with, the participants, rely on us for personal care. They rely on us for medication. They rely on us for meal support or providing meals for them. And if we are not reliable to provide those things on time, they get confused. People in disabilities, and you bear me witness, disability support workers, people in disabilities rely on routine. Breaking that routine break their way of life because they don't understand why things are happening that way. When you are reliable, even your community of workers can rely on you. The stakeholders who work with these participants feel supported because they rely on us for information on clients' care needs, on clients' health and well-being. In fact, they rely on us when they want probably to review a care plan, for example. They need reliability. Notes that have been kept, documented every day, very reliable, well written. Being also reliable means that the family feel comfortable working with you, knowing very well that we have a reliable support worker who is taking care of our loved ones. They sleep at night and do their work knowing that their loved one is well taken care of. When there is anything that is required, you call them and let them know, or they call you and want to know and they get it right away. The third one is leadership. And when I say leadership, I don't mean like you need to be a team leader for you to provide leadership. Leadership in the sense that whatever that we do every day in our work, when we step into the duty that we do, either in somebody's home or in supported accommodation, we provide leadership because we are the ones who implement a client's or participant's care plan, documenting progress notes, coordinating support services for this client as the personal care assistant in terms of talking with stakeholders, meeting with families, talking with colleagues, and also networking in the sense that you provide work that is, you provide teamwork that is supportive of the client. That is leadership. If there is a crisis, we are there and we are able to support, to provide leadership because our work prepares us to build our confidence and grow our leadership skills. So leadership does not mean that it's something big. It's just the small things that we do. And last but not least is providing services in a way that is respectful and non-judgmental. Who wants to be judged in life? Who wants to be judged? Me, I don't want to be judged. I want to be respected. I want to be treated by society the way I treat them. I want to feel like another human being. I want to belong to a people. I want to be appreciated for who I am. What sets a disability support worker, a qualifying disability support worker, a respectful one, a qualified one, is working with participants in a very respectful and non-judgmental ways. Watch your biases every day. All of us human beings, we are all biased in one way or another. But when we watch these things so that it doesn't interfere with the work that we provide, we become very good disability support worker. If this video resonated with you and you find them or find it informative, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share with that person who would like to understand what qualifies somebody to be a disability support worker.